Well, this is our RedCat Everest 10 rock crawler review. This is by RedCat Racing. It's a 1/10 scale, ready to run, everything included in the box, 4-wheel drive rock crawler, and it's got beadlock wheels at a price point available from F&M Hobbies, where I picked this one up from, of around about $135, $179 direct from RedCat, but your local hobby store like F&M Hobbies, link below the video, about $135. Well, here's a sneak peek of what's inside that big box, and if you're wanting your first rock crawler, then this could well be the car for you. Let's find out a little bit more about it. As you will see when I open this up, this is an awful lot of car for the money, and there's just something about this that kind of grabs you. Let's have a look inside the box. We'll dive in straight on inside our box. Let's take a look. We got our rock crawler in here in blue. It's also available in red. We got Lipo battery, or a battery instruction sheet there. We got our vehicle manual here, so have a read through of that in just a second. Looks like my first job going to be to extract the crawler. Well, very easy to remove from the box, which is always a good sign. Simply lifting these two up and just pull it straight out of the box. So let's remove it. Well, a little bit of care pulling that cardboard away in there. Just being careful not to damage the body or anything like that, but nothing to worry about. We've got our pack of electronic goodies. What have we got under here? We've got our nickel metal hydride charger. You've just got a slow charger at this point. No fast charger included at this kind of price point. You may want to invest in a fast charger though. 2.4 GHz transmitter. Get that out in just a second. But I'm sure you're all wanting to look at the car in more detail. Well, just remove the plastic transit body film on here. Well, first impressions are fairly good. Wasn't expecting any sort of showpiece body on here, not at this particular price point. That's not where the focus of this truck is, on what it actually does, what it crawls over, how much ground clearance, how much maneuverability we've got on there. So what do you get for your money? Well, you get this great brushed motor, a 4-wheel drive, independent suspension with the battery included, ready to run. That comes complete with the transmitter and a battery charger, albeit it is just a trickle charger on there. It comes with the instruction manual on here and a bind plug. Doesn't come with the toolkit or any parts for tuning the suspension, but then it's at a very, very low price point. Well, the body is just held on with 4 clips, 2 on either side, so I'm just removing those. Take the body off and let's have a look under the skin. Well, I've got the body off. I'll just a quick spin round for you to see what you're getting on there. It is not a sort of a scale body in the way that some of the axials are by any means, but then this is at a very much lower price point than any of the axle range are. Yet this thing is packed with features. I have to say, for the price point, I'm quite liking this already. You've got something like 9 centimeters clearance here. It's roughly 46 centimeters in length. Comes with beadlock wheels as standard. That clearance there, without lifting that rear tyre, that's my fist underneath there, so you're probably getting on for 8 inches of lift off clearance on the wheel there. A lot of aluminium parts, all the aluminium frame, aluminium full-length suspension on there. The drive shafts are plastic. That is one thing to be aware of, but then you're only going to be going at low speed, so maybe something to upgrade, but it shouldn't be too much of an issue straight out of the box. Well, I've got the camera off the tripod for a look down in more detail. There are the beadlock wheels. These wheels feel as though they may have got foam in them, which again at this price point is quite good. We have our included nickel metal hydride battery on there. We got our receiver here, our ESC on here. That doesn't look particularly waterproof on there, but again at this price point you maybe wouldn't expect full waterproofing on there. We got our servo, which I'm suspecting is certainly water resistant. So now we're diving in there and having a quick look at the steering setup. Quite like the look of these tyres actually. We have got aluminium capped shocks on here, and not aluminium shock absorbers, aluminium cap shocks on there. Moving on round to the back, as I said, we have got plastic drive shafts throughout, and we got our plastic rear axle on there. Well, I am liking this Everest 10 more and more. If you take a look at the front axle setup, you will see the rear axle setup is the same, but with everything locked off so the wheels don't move around. But on here you've got the same mounting bracket, so you could fit an extra servo and convert this to four-wheel steer very, very easily indeed. With a servo reversing lead and a Y splitter, you need to do anything more to the original radio. You don't need to go out and buy any fancy radio at all. You could very, very cheaply mod this car to be four-wheel steer. Well, I've moved the camera down so we can check out that wheel action in a bit more detail. Just see just how much travel we've got just on there. That's about as high as we can go without it. Oh no, we can go a little bit higher than that. That's about as high as we can go without it wanting to lift one of the rear wheels off of the ground. Overall, I have to say that suspension setup fairly impressive on that. Okay, just look at that amount of travel on there. Pretty impressive, particularly as I say at this price point. Yours for about 135 bucks on there. Overall, it doesn't weigh a vast amount. It's a good weight to it, but it's not too heavy, not too light. You do need a bit of weight with a crawler for sure for getting over things. Liking the look of these tyres a lot. Will be interesting to see how well this thing handles outside. My gut feel is I'm probably going to end up buying one of these. Everything about it looks fairly easy to work upon. Quickly scanning down the chassis, we can see our motor is fairly well tucked away from, you can barely see it from the top. It's tucked away underneath there. That's the underside of the car. The motor gearing is located just in there. Everything looks reasonably easy to access. You could change that pinion, I would guess, without having to take the whole car apart. Now, the only downside is spares for this are maybe not going to be as readily available from your local model shop as say ones for an axial rock crawler would be. You may well have to send away from these, or your local hobby store may have to order the spares. Not to say the spares availability is bad. I'm sure the spares availability is pretty good. It's just you may have to wait a little while for them to arrive and not be able to buy them off of the shelf. Overall, the thing appears pretty well engineered. I have to say, it's certainly got a lot going for it, particularly, as I say, at this remarkably low price point. It's not a great deal more than my ECX Tempo, which is about half the size of this, was from new, and this certainly looks as though it will handle a lot more rough terrain. So the RedCat Everest 10 has an awful lot going for it. One thing you might want to change is these battery connectors. Slightly unusual in their nature, but that should be fairly easy if you're any good with a soldering iron, or your local model shop may be able to assist. Looking at the ESC here, it doesn't look as though that is Lipo compatible on there. I can't see any warning lights or anything of that nature for a low voltage cut-off on there. And this battery card only mentions nickel metal hydride batteries for the brushed motor version, which this car is. Well, I hope you like this short review of the RedCat Everest 10 rock crawler. It does look very much designed for some serious action. You can tell by this huge, like, fist-sized body clearance under the thing. This is designed for some serious trail work. I think if you're for an introduction into rock crawling, this has got an awful lot going for it. As I say, great price point on this car. Can't believe you can get this much RTR for just 135 bucks. So if you want a car like this, then please do get one from F&M Hobbies using the link at the end of the video or the link below this video. And many thanks to them for letting me review this truck. Great little number there. As ever, if you like this video, please subscribe.
Well, if you like this video, then please do subscribe. And if you want to buy your RC gear, where I buy mine, buy from F&M Hobbies in New Jersey. Many thanks for watching.